everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. Today we are going to be kind. I've got a Kinder beauty box and I'm going to chat. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. Hello, I hope you are here because we're old friends and you've been around my channel for some time and you were like, what's a Kinder box? And what is she going to talk about? So I wanted to share this with you because I'm excited for today. This video is sponsored by Kinder Beauty and they sent me one of their boxes. They are a subscription box. I know, right? So many, but we love that. If you're not familiar with the Kinder Beauty box, it was founded by Daniela Monet and Ivana Lynch. Did I say her name right? Yeah. And I know, and you probably do too, Ivana is Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. So I knew she came up with a vegan, cruelty-free company I knew that this was her thing, that she had a subscription box of products that were ethically sourced, vegan, and all that stuff. And I'd always been aware of it. And then when they reached out to me, I'm like, okay. For any of you out there who are very concerned about those types of things, that need something, that are committed to their products being vegan, being cruelty-free, a lot of you are, that you have different things that drive you to your purchases, whether you're motivated by cost, whether you're motivated by trends, whether you want it to look good, smell good, or you're just committed to like where it's sourced, those kinds of things. So I wanted to do this. So for anyone out there that is truly committed to this, you probably already know about it, but maybe you didn't. But I have a discount code. You get 50% off your first box. And if you sign up for 6 months, you get a bonus box. And I just wanted to show you what's in this edition and what they have. Each box is worth around $120, $125. So let me talk about what's in the box and then let's talk about how I'm being kind to myself and how you should too. Be kind to yourself and to me. You know, packaging is a big thorn in my side. It is a big styrofoam peanut in my craw. And I get tired of packaging that is always, straight to a landfill, single-use plastic, etc. And so clearly their commitment is to reduce anything that they can. So this box is from recycled paper, and then you can recycle it. It is printed with soy ink and not bleached. So it comes like this, and then inside, see, you get full-size products, and I'm going to take you through them. So I do have these eye masks that I will demonstrate for you. Voila, with the magic of Time Machine Video. So these are the 100% Pure brand, which I have seen 100% Pure forever. In fact, it used to be in one of our malls, and I don't know if it is still. These are called the Bright Eye Masks, and they are caffeinated. They have a hydrogel that is 90% aloe water and 5% plant cellulose. So it adheres to your face, and then they break down. So we're not talking about microplastics or anything like that. So that's scary. The Kinder Beauty box is committed to not having items that have microplastics, so I'm very happy about that. If you don't know what microplastics are, I used to not care, and then they just now released a study that they found microplastic in human blood. So I'm not panicking because I'm one of those people that I'm like, you have to look at the data, you have to look at parts per million and exposure, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like, okay, okay, we're heading in that direction, you know? So it's a little concerning. Yeah, okay. Next we have, this is from a company called Earth Harbor. I love what this is called. It's called Mermaid Milk. And you know, this is like your quintessential organic vegan face cream. This has, and you can see the color, it has spirulina, matcha, hyaluronic acid. I feel like Stefan from Saturday Night Live. This cream has everything. It has spirulina, matcha, hyaluronic acid. Dang. So the first ingredient is aloe vera. The second ingredient is coconut oil. Now, I will say, because I know what you're thinking, so in some cases, some of you who are avoid coconut oil because it's because it's comedogenic, totally get that. Let me just show you. What I love about this is that it feels very whipped. It looks kind of like a gelato or a yogurt, which it's called mermaid milk, right? Now, I do have to be careful because basil, there's an ivy. You can smell it. There is a product in here, it might be the neem, that has a bit of almost a mentholatum, but there's not mentholatum in here. What is it? It doesn't have a bunch of the kind of, you know, the dimethicones and the silicones. If you like products, you know, sometimes everything that's creamy and it has kind of those stabilizers in it, and this doesn't have that. So I thought that's kind of cool. It does seem very fresh. I think this would be great for an oily skin. There are no soy ingredients added. It is a woman-owned business and its ingredients are fair trade. And also it is Earth Harbor is the first beauty brand to achieve climate neutral plastic negative status. That's pretty great. This brand is called Dirty Lamb, and it is an ultra night serum. This retails for $52. This has ylang-ylang and orange oils. This is a nourishing nighttime beauty oil that you can use anywhere. Because orange oil and lavender oil sensitize my skin, I've been using this on my neck and my hands. I use it as a cuticle oil. I use it on my hair. It really soaks in so quickly. If something like this, if you think your husband would use something like this, they package this as a unisex product so that it can be either family member, your partner. I think it could be great for maybe like some beard oil for your husband. This is from a company called Hanoa Skincare, and it is a Hawaii-based company. And this is a refreshing spray. This is called the Hawaiian Beauty Water. It retails for $18. Comes in a glass bottle, and let me show you. There's Hawaiian sandalwood, vetiver, neroli, and blue tansy. It is aloe based, witch hazel based. It can be used as like a mood enhancer. It can be used to refresh on your face. You can use it in your car to just kind of have a nice, not like, you know, not hand sanitizer, but if you wanted to have this just as a kind of an aura, if you will, or to travel with it, so you can use it post-flight, but you can spray it on your face mask if you wanted to refresh your face mask. So it's just can be used as a toner. It can be used as a number of those things that I mentioned, and it's very refreshing. And of course, it's made in Hawaii, so it brings island magic in a bottle. That makes us happy. Okay, I know I shared with you guys scrunchies that hide things, and this is not what that is. This is a bamboo silk scrunchie. So this is called Moonlit Scrunchie. It is a bamboo silk scrunchie. It retails for $10. And basically what it is even though it just kind of looks like a very typical black scrunchie, it is made from bamboo. So it has a silky feel. So there's no breakage. It slips on your hair, but it's also plant, because silk comes from worms. Did you know that? Silk is not vegan. So if you are looking for something that is soft and silk-like, bamboo is such a wonderful alternative, and bamboo is very sustainable. It renews easily, etc. So see, I'll show you. It really goes pretty great in the hair. Those are the contents of this month's Kinder Beauty box. So thank you for hanging out with me and watching that unboxing. And please, I implore you to check out Kinder Beauty. They have a marketplace store that is open to everyone. You do not have to have a subscription or pay for a box to be able to shop from their marketplace. And they have a podcast, so if you wanted to check out Daniela and Eva and what they have to say about all their planet conscientious, eco-friendly, you can check it out, and I will list all of those things in my description box. And so what that made me think of is it's been rough. I'm like, is life just supposed to be this rough, or is it really rough? Because I'm thinking our grandparents that grew up in the Depression, that was hard. There's people who are literally right now in war-torn countries, refugees. They are saying goodbye to family members who have to go to battle. I mean, it's insane. So I feel as if the world is kind of constantly cruel. It seems a little bit schmaltzy and corny, but I figured I might as well talk about it because you guys are really very supportive. You support each other in the comments, you support me, and you're also a wealth of knowledge, and I really appreciate that. So I just thought I would share with you some things that I'm doing as I approach 50. There's a lot of things that we hear about being 50, and that, we don't care as much what people think, or we're more self-confident, or we're this or we're that. And I would say that that does come with some truth. I definitely feel more comfortable in my skin than I did maybe when I was 20, but I also feel like we still have our skeletons and our inner voice that's not very nice. So my first bit of advice, if you will, I'm not going to take credit for any of these things. I'm telling you what I've seen, heard, read, or followed, and then I have incorporated and it works for me. So there you go. Okay, the one thing, and I think I either heard this on a podcast because they had heard it from their therapist, but is to try to train your inner voice to talk to you in a way that is kind. So for instance, if you say to yourself, or your inner voice is like, you know what, that swimsuit, I could never pull it off. What are you thinking? That's going to look hideous on you. Or there's no way that you should be wearing bright red lipstick. I mean, who do you think you are? Like those kinds of things. Or I'm never going to lose these 10 pounds. If only I did, I would look so much better. I mean, I am such a failure for, never losing weight when I say I will. Okay. So if those kinds of things permeate your inner dialogue, then tell that voice, no, we are not going to talk like that, because that is not nice. I wouldn't say that to my best friend. I wouldn't say that to my daughter. I wouldn't say that to my mother. So have your inner voice talk to yourself like you would say something to your 5-year-old self. My mom does this to herself all the time. She really gets down on herself because she's in a rough place. And I tell her, I say, Mom, if you heard me say those things about me, how would that make you feel? how would that make you feel? You would be so sad. You'd be like, no, 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 don't talk like that. You are so good, you know, and then you would continue to build me up. So don't do that to yourself, all right? Second, and this one we've heard before, and now I'm kind of figuring it out. And that is to say no. You don't even have to be rude. You don't have to be, because, you know, of course you don't want to ruin someone else's day. But I used to do things because I felt bad. Like, oh, this telemarketer, I'm going to totally listen to their spiel because I feel so bad. I mean, what if they're having a rough day at work? And, you know, and so instead I'm like, how about I still respect my boundaries because I am not interested, but I can still be completely decent to this person to not crush them. So I just say, no, thank you. No, really. No, thank you. Thank you, but no. I really appreciate what you're trying to do, but no. Okay, bye-bye. Even friends and family, if something makes you uncomfortable and you want to text a response or you want to call them up or you want to send an email and just be like, you know what? No, thank you. It's just not going to work for me right now. And I know you, I know you care for me, so I will take a rain check for that. You know? I think at first, maybe my friends, either they are like, what's with Rebecca? She constantly cancels coffee, or she, you know, and it's true. Sometimes I just don't want to see anyone. And sometimes I know that seeing someone kind of maybe is what I need. But I think also it's okay to cancel plans or just say to a person, I don't want to make that plan right now. And also that with that, in order to be kind, if someone cancels on you, or it's about them. Just remember, it's about them, not you. Most every one of us, like 99% of us, are all just walking through life thinking about ourselves. And I'm not saying we're selfish. I'm not saying, I'm sure you do so much for so many people. I'm just saying that we're always like, oh gosh, I wonder what that person thinks about. Oh, does that person notice my zit? No, because they're thinking about their zit, right? Go to bed. Get some sleep. Get yourself on a sleep. If you have insomnia, if you have terrible sleep, one, I probably would say try to not, if you're drinking alcohol, to try to cut back or avoid alcohol, because alcohol changes our circadian rhythms. Is that what it is? Especially if you're perimenopausal or menopausal. So sometimes that glass of wine at night isn't doing you any favors, because it actually triggers your brain to wake up at like 2 a.m. and then you can't go to sleep and it's a mess. So I would say whatever you can do to get a good night's sleep. And I know that is very privileged of me to say, but is whether it's, I have a bedtime. It's on my phone. It's at 11:15. My phone turns itself off. It goes to like bedtime or sleep mode. And then I'm like, and normally I'm kind of tired before then, and the cats are looking at me like, are you going to feed us? So I go to bed at like 10:45. I'm usually washing my face. No matter the show you're watching, no matter the book you're reading, or the project you're working on, if you have that liberty, to put it away and go to bed. Because sleep, you need sleep. You heal during sleep. Your brain rests. Your serotonin and dopamine restores and all that stuff. Emma went through a sleep program for her chronic pain management, and it was very, it's basically like why it works to put babies on a schedule, and we are still those creatures of needing habit and schedule. If your pet knows your schedule and knows and is like telling you, hey, are you going to go to bed? Because listen, those animals are smart. All right. And then the next one, the other thing that I've been doing is I have stopped making myself feel bad if I think I'm being lazy. I've also stopped making my husband feel bad for when I see him be lazy. And I know there's people from around the world watching this, so hello, because maybe in Australia or Germany, you're very different than here. But in America, we have this, like, we have to be working 60 hours, we have to be productive. We're getting better at it. But I mean, it's clearly the reason why we don't have, I think, one of the reasons why we don't have like family leave, we don't have very many vacation time off paid. We have less time off in our schools. You know, we are just a very productive, driven society. And honestly, I don't know if it's really working. You've got other countries, they take naps in the afternoon, you know, their shops close on a Sunday. And that's not because they go to church. That's because they know that they need just a day, you know? I think we're just kind of weird. And, you know, America is just kind of such a jumble of, you know, between puritanical, patriarchal, capitalist, like, I don't know, you could go on, and I'm not here to like take, so I'm just here as a kind of analytical, to look at it, to break it down. Like I'll do a bunch of stuff and then I kind of sit for a while and then I feel like, well, I haven't gotten anything done. And then it's like, I totally got some stuff done. I edited, I met a deadline, I made a meal, I put laundry in, I put, you know, like I've done all these things. It's fine. Who's coming around to like keep tally? Like, oh, is my dining room a mess with like mail and Amazon packages and my husband's workspace? Yes. Is anybody coming over? No. Am I going to eat on my dining room table anytime soon? No. I mean, would I if it was cleared off? Probably not. I probably still wouldn't eat off it. I have a feeling you probably do way more than you think you do. And even if you don't get to all your list or your piles or whatever it is, it's okay. It's okay. Because honestly, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. You can get through your list and it will continue to grow. To-do lists don't stop until we're dead. I mean, I'm sorry to be dark, but it's true. And it's not about slacking off. It's not about letting myself go because, you know, there's still some things I'm disciplined about and are important to me. And, you know, there's things I treat myself to. And I think all that is important. And it's just like, just stop being so rigid in evaluating or in measuring what your success is or what your accomplishments or productivity is. And just think about that, because I think that you will find, whoa, I did a lot. You know, there's a bunch of us who are doing a lot. And I try not to be too sappy. I like to be goofy, probably a coping mechanism. We'll get back to drugstore makeup here next video, I promise. And thank you so much. Thanks, Kinder Beauty Box. And I hope to see you in the comments. Take care. Bye.